if I just read this. It's about Buddha's relic. You know why Buddha manifested in relic, left relic in this world. This is from Golden Light Sutra that Buddha has explained. From the Arya Golden Light, the Holy King of the Sutra, the destroyer qualified gone beyond Bhagavan, the mighty Shakya, gone as it is Tathagata took birth, born at the time of human beings in the world, experiencing the 5 aspects of degeneration with a lifespan of 100 years. In order to benefit these sentient beings who had lower faith, smaller roots of merit and devotion, and who were looking at the self as truly existent, and looking at sentient beings as truly existent, looking at life as truly existent, looking at being alive as truly existent, looking at the person as truly existent, looking at it perversely, and those who were holding the I and mine and the children, the individual underdeveloped beings who believe in eternalism and nihilism, and also for those whose religion has no foundational steps, in Tibetan called mudekpa. For those whose religion has no foundational steps, so they, another way of putting it, and Buddhists, to generate the right view and quickly achieve peerless, full enlightenment, that Tathagata, the mighty Shakya, showed a short lifespan of the holy body. Also, aside from that child of the race, by that Tathagata showing passing away into the sorrowless state, sentient beings generate the recognition that the Tathagata Buddha is rare and very difficult to meet, and they generate the recognition and so forth of sorrow and suffering, and then the sutras taught by the Buddha, Bhagavan, will be quickly preserved and kept and read and fully understood, and also there will be no criticism about extensively revealing them to others. Therefore, the Tathagata has shown a short lifespan of the holy body. So, due to these reasons, so essence of what it says, Buddha doesn't have death. So, but Buddha showed that, and so that to dispel the wrong views. Those other religious people, wrong views, and so that they will realize, how Buddha is rare, and then they will cherish the teaching of Buddha, how that is rare. So they, otherwise they won't think it's precious, and they were lazy on practice. So for that reason, Buddha, show impermanence, death, passing away, so. Furthermore, if the Buddhas always abide and do not pass away into the sorrowless state, sentient beings will not generate respect and will not even have awareness that the Tathagata is difficult to meet, and therefore the holy profound sutras taught by Tathagata will not be preserved, will not be read, will not be fully learned, and also will not be purely and extensively revealed to others. Why? Because the sentient beings believes that if destroyer qualified going beyond one, the Jamdende in Tibetan, Bhagavan, Buddha is always abide in this world. This is what the sentient beings believe. Child of the race, Buddha is telling. For example, anyone who sees that their parents have so many jewels, increasingly will not have any recognition that wealth is rare and wonderful. Why? They will recognize their parents' wealth as existing there all the time. Like that, if the Buddha, Bhagavan, do not always pass away into the sorrowless state, the recognition that they are rare and difficult to meet will not happen. Child of the race, aside from the example, when anyone whose parents are poor and have no wealth goes to the place of a king or a great minister, if that person sees many stores, wealth, jewels, and so forth increasing, that person has the recognition of this as being rare and difficult to find, and attempts to obtain the means for seeking wealth. That person will abandon being poor and destitute, and will wish to achieve happiness and wealth. Child of the race, like that, the Tathagata is seen passing away into the sorrowless state to generate the recognition that a Tathagata is rare and difficult to meet, and of sorrow and suffering. It happens only a few times in numberless eons that the Bhagavan Tathagata descends in this world, just as it is only possible for there to be an Utambara flower a few times in this world. Sentient beings recognize that it is rare and difficult to find the Buddha, and they generate faith in the destroyer qualified going beyond Buddha, and also generate the recognition to complete, preserve, and not criticize the sutras taught from the holy mouth. The Buddha. Child of the race, therefore, due to this cause and conditions, the Tathagata do not abide in the world for a long time and quickly pass away. Like that, with perfect skillful means, the Tathagata ripens completely the minds of sentient beings. Also, from the Golden Light Sutra and continuation of the previous explanation, the benefits of relics. So here, this is another important one to understand about the benefits, why Buddha managed relics. As sentiments do not karma to see it. So Buddha, so only karma, not everyone have karma to see relic, but so those who have karma to see relic, then manage relics for devotional object. The benefits of relics, also the activity of passing away and leaving relics in the world in other time periods, shows the skillful means of the Buddha. Sentient beings who make offerings and also who offer service to the relics should look at them as due to Tathagata's compassion and root of virtue. That being who makes offerings and offers service to the relic will completely abandon the eight non-freedoms, and will meet a Tathagata. So that's very important. So see, by doing prostrating, making offering of service to the relic, then you're able to abandon the eight non-freedoms. Means it costs to achieve eight freedom. Human body is qualified to eight freedom. So that's very, very important benefit. That's what we need to achieve immediately. The life after this. And we'll meet a Tathagata, we'll meet Buddha. That's not a very important benefit. We'll have a virtuous friend, so Guru. Yeah, that's very, very important. As you understand, without that, there's no guide to liberation, to enlightenment. So, the source of all one's own, all the past, present, future happiness, all the collection of goodness. The other one, it's very important here, will not give up bodhicitta. That's very important benefit, you see, of relic. So important. Without bodhicitta, then there's no enlightenment. You can't completely, you can't make, say, perfect work towards the sentient beings without bodhicitta. Can't do extensive work for sentient beings, can't do perfect work towards sentient beings. And then another, next very important benefit, will increase unimaginable merit. Will increase unimaginable merit. That's the benefit. And will quickly go beyond from samsara. I mean, there's no question how important that is. Well, even though I didn't get to talk much during this course about samsara, the subject actually didn't happen to go through. There's a part of subject. That's just some introduction. So to go beyond the samsara, so that's because we don't like suffering. So so it's very, very important benefit. This one of the holy deeds, and one will not get lost. One will not get lost because of bondage in samsara. Therefore, you should practice precisely and without distraction. Making offerings to the relics and offering service. So generally, so this was translated from Golden Light Sutra, what a Buddha explained, and then so another way of making life meaningful. So this relic tour has been happening in the last, I think, about 2 years ago or something. I don't know how many, 3 years. So this is for people to understand. And also it is said, in the text it is said, each time when you see Buddha's relic, it purifies 1,000 eons of need karma. That's what it said in the one text. In the case of Buddha's relic, so those who have done the study, path of Burmese, that other Abhisamang, Gatika, Buddha teachings, the whole path, you can study or the even just the Sutra, the there's a ground part, grounded part. So you can get some idea so how Buddha, proceeded all the through the complete path, actualizing the path to enlightenment. By that way, and sees the gross subtle developments and achieve the kayas only to benefit of us sentient beings. So collected merit for three countless great eons of great eons. So first countless great eon from the time exercising the five Mahana path of merit, and the favorite path, rising path. So until that is achieved. So the first and the countless the great eon, then from the first going up to the second countless great eon, then from there to 10 to enlightenment achieved. The third countless great eon. So so Buddha, Buddha, that many eons, three countless great eons, practice a parameter of charity, giving one's own life to others. Then say one's own as a many times born as king, and then whole family and the wealth made charity to others, including one's own life, sacrificed to sentient beings, made charity to the limbs. It is in order to benefit of us sentient beings, in order to complete path, so that it can reveal the path to us sentient beings, to guide us, to liberate us sentient beings from the oceans of samsaric sufferings. Those numberless of those us sentient beings who are blind of wisdom eye, not knowing what is right to practice, what is wrong to be abandoned. So, Buddha so to show us what's bad and what's good, or what's good to that benefits oneself, that benefits others. What to practice, and then wrong, what harms to oneself, others, what is to be abandoned. So to not show this. By showing this, then to guide us from happiness to full enlightenment. So, so the relic, Buddha's relic, is a result. It's a result of having completed, having collected merit for three countless great eons, complete the merit of wisdom, merit of virtue, and complete the path, method of wisdom. Then achieve to kaya. Then that manifest the relics manifest from that. So you can see if you think. So you can see when you think like this, that the relic becomes so precious. Because completing the whole path, you see, completing the merits, the collecting merit of three countless, the great great eon. So that, so everything like that, then it becomes so precious. unbelievable precious. And similar, those say, similar Lama Tisha, Lama Tsongkhapa, those miracles relics there, the same. So that it's developed like merit, you see, from many, say, many 100,000 lifetimes, but mind, like merit, they complete the path, and the results come from that. As a result, manifest left for sentient beings to like merit to purify our mind, so that that way our mind gets softened, and then it makes possible to transform our mind to, say, from anger to patience, from from self-cherishing into bodhicitta, from loving kindness to from from anger into loving kindness. And to be able to see the truth, the reality, ultimate reality of the phenomena, the I is mind, soul. The very recent one is Geshe Lama Konchog passed away. As I hear, many of you are, Chenrezig Institute. I was there, I think 6 months. 6 months. This Geshe Lama Konchog was supposed to be resident teacher at Chenrezig Institute for 1 year. That was the original plan. But when I came to Chenrezig Institute, he didn't say anything. Didn't say anything. So I tried to ask him to stay. I tried to inspire him to stay by telling him, "Oh, his no Dalai Lama is coming. His no Dalai Lama is coming in Australia. This and that." It was coming. There was coming to Australia. There was planned. So I tried to inspire to stay on that. Then when I returned back to Nepal, then Geshe came back. After he finished, I think he completed the giving teaching, the liberation palm in your hand by Pavanka. I think he completed that teaching there, I think, right? Geshe Lama Konchog. So I think any of you is not there, unless you are reincarnated in a different body. Maybe from the lay, maybe there's some maybe there may be few who were there at that time. Geshe Lama Konchog, when he was resident teacher at Chenrezig Institute. I think maybe he stayed 6 months. I think. I think he finished the liberation palm. Yeah, I think. When I returned back from the tour from Australia to Kapal, then she was back. Then he told me what difficulties he had, only at Kapal after he came back from Australia. Then he mentioned there's not difficult with the center. I think difficult with I think the tongue slitter. Geshe Lama Konchog was very smart, see. So he didn't tell me when I was at Chenrezig. He didn't say anything, just kept quiet. Only after he came back, then he's very smart. So anyway, during his time, the prayer will was met at the Chenrezig Institute. There was probably there was time after the very first prayer will started, I think, in the FPMT organization. Or the couple nuns prayer will started that time, I'm not sure. I think the Chenrezig Institute prayer will, there's small prayer will in the road when you go to the kitchen. I think that was the first one. Peter, was it? Yeah? That was the first prayer, right? I think you were there. You're the one of the person who was there during Geshe Lama Konchog's time, right? I think so. Yeah. Huh? Oh, I see. Oh, the liberation palm in your hand. Completed. I don't know. Maybe you in Dharmakaya. Most of the time, maybe you're Dharmakaya. So it's okay. So, I think that's the first prayer will start in the organization. And probably just before the Kapan nuns prayer will. Yeah, I think maybe that. So, one time, even though I came many times at Chenrezig Institute, but there's one time when Geshe Lama Konchog started, that was the time I felt something different. You see. The place became different. There's been change. Very peaceful, very calm. There's a very peaceful feeling in the place. I noticed very peaceful feeling. It's not good for mind. Very peaceful feeling. I noticed that. So I tried to figure out what caused that? So I assumed that, sure, no question. I thought, first I thought Geshe Lama Konchog, maybe Geshe Lama Konchog here, maybe he's bodhicitta, certainly. That's why the place, its very environment is very peaceful, very calm, very serene or very peaceful. Then later I thought, oh, I see. So, oh, the prayer will was not there before, and now this prayer will. Oh, my bad, I thought. Then I went to Brazil. That was my first or second time, maybe first time Brazil, I think. So when I went there was one lady whom I call mother, one elderly lady, very kind person. So she gave me a book. This book, written by one student of Dathang Tulku in America. One Kagyu Lama, in early times, studied in the Nalanda, I think Sanskrit University in Varanasi or Nalanda. The university or something. I met when Lama and myself, when we were at Darjeeling with Zina. I think I had a TV or not TV, I think maybe hepatitis at Baksa, where I lived for 8 years. So could not eat food. Or when the food, as soon as food comes, you smell food, you don't want to eat. Something like that. I don't know, hepatitis. So I came to Darjeeling for health. Anyway, so when we were staying with Zina for 9 months in Darjeeling town, above there's 2 movie places. So one is down, one's up. So near there, you go from there a little bit up, and there's Dalai Lama's brother, one who was acting the foreign minister before. His house there. Then a little bit you go up. There's one house, one quite big house belonged to one of those in old times, Maharaja. But in old times there are many kings, I think. So upstairs, in the large building upstairs, the headman of Darjeeling Zoo, Darjeeling has zoo, the headman of the in charge of the zoo, the family upstairs. Downstairs, Zina lives. Their very first student, the Russian, the Princess Rajevsky, which her father was king before the revolution happened in Russia. But however, very interesting life that she has. She had. But maybe born in France, they lived in America. Very wealthy, very high class, very wealthy life. I think maybe it was. She was what? She was it Adele? Huh? Adele was there? She was a what? She was model. She was a model, right? Huh? Huh? You're saying yes from dream or what? So she, when she was young, she was a model. She became a model in the West, I think the West or America or Europe, right? Europe, France, there. Anyway, so she had all kinds of life, like up and down, all kinds of life. And I think almost every life, every life in the West. I think almost. Yeah. So very, very, very interesting. So then, of course. So that was live in Greece, so many places, all kinds of life. And during the time of the explosion of LSD and the explosion of the happy life. The explosion of Buddha grass. Anyway, so she saw she read Lama Gopinda's book, the German, I think he was a professor, one who went to Tibet and met Geshe Rinpoche, the previous great yogi. I don't know how much teaching he received, but met and so he wrote 2 books, Way of the White Cloud, another one, I don't know, sick, mystical, and science.
Foundations of Tibetan Mysticism.
Foundation of Tibetan Mysticism. So she read this, and so she was very inspired, and she came to look for Geshe Rinpoche, to meet Geshe Rinpoche in Darjeeling. Of course, the great yogi, Lama Gopinda's guru, that Lama Gopinda met in Tibet, already passed away a long time ago, and the incarnation happened in Sikkim. The incarnation happened there. So went into Sara monastery and became Geshe, completed the study in Tibet and became Geshe. It was just about to return back to Tomo, where the Geshe's main monastery is, to return back. Everybody in whole that area, everybody is a very high, everybody is waiting to the celebration. Everybody is preparing, to receive Geshe Rinpoche. After finishing studying in the Sara monastery, become Geshe. So just about finished Geshe, and then just about to return back to Tomo. So the monastery where I became monk. So all the benefactors, the monasteries. At that time, the Tibet was all taken by the mainland China, Chinese government. So So then didn't happen. So didn't get returned back to Tomo to spread Dharma. So I think it was in prison for I think quite a number of years. And then later, I think by maybe from the monasteries through in the government, maybe the benefactors, the monasteries in India. So they request through the government, and then the communication budget. The incarnation was released from prison. Then they came to Kalimpong. So that time I was staying at the Gum monastery. There are two monasteries belong to Geshe Lama. One is before you reach Darjeeling, there's one town called Gum. There are a few monasteries. One is the old one is belonged to the previous life from Geshe Lama. And behind the mountain, from the train station, you go outside. Then there's a mountain like this. So you go turn from the train station, you go this way. So that's one old monastery. So you go this way. There's one Sajjapa monastery. Then come this way towards Darjeeling. Then down below the road, there's one new monastery. So, so this is where the monks they live, and who escaped from Tibet. This is where I stayed many times, long time, when I was sick like that. So she came to see Lupo Tumakishin. So she came to the monastery from Darjeeling, looking for Traumatism. So she met one monk who understands some English words. So this monk, I think, this monk thought maybe she was my somebody we know, somebody we knew, that friend or somebody. The monk, I think maybe he misunderstood, or maybe he misunderstood. So anyway, she came to look for Geshe, but this monk called Sound of the Dragon. This is his name. So he brought her to us. So he opened the door, and there's somebody, maybe somebody that you know, or your friend or something like that. Then she came inside. Tall, kind of hairs, kind of curly, little curly, wearing white sweater. I think maybe sweater from Tibetan shops. I think maybe. Anyway, so she came inside and sat down. So my manager, my teacher, who took care of me in Tibet, who helped me to, become monk in some Geshe monastery, with offerings, and then brought me from Pagri, this place, through Bhutan to India, to Baksa. So he brought Tibetan tea. He brought Tibetan tea. big kettle, the monastery monks to come ordinary, big kettle. So then the big mug, he put there on the table, big huge mug, then fill up completely with the divinity. And that day, she drank everything. She drank everything. That's the only time she drank divinity. That's the first time. And after that, I don't think she drank divinity. I don't remember seeing. I don't remember. I don't think she drank. That was the first time. But she drank completely. Anyway, so she asked a few questions. So I was trying with my, few English words, which is still broken. So I just anyway. So I tried to Lama has been learning English. So try to translate a few things. So most of the questions, the psychic powers and the middle powers and the more kind of tongue, astral trips, astral, these things. So anyway, so she came every morning at 9 o'clock something. So 1 hour or half or something. She bring with the baby, her daughter, with the maid, Nepalese maid thing. So they stay in the car up there. So she come down. So spend 1 hour something like that. Then ask questions. So then after 1 month, then she asked to come down to stay with her, to give teachings. So we moved down. This Maharaj, so we stayed. she stayed downstairs, in the main house downstairs. Then there was those Maharajas. They have in the garden. There's a small house with glass all around. Small house. But I think maybe afternoons, maybe for tea, for chai, or for just pleasure. I think. So we were staying this. Between Lama and me, there's one table like this. Lama and myself there, and this door. I think 9 months we stayed. 9 months. And she, in the early morning, when she comes out with her morning gown, long, the morning, this long dress, gown, when you get up from bed, gown. So when she comes with that in the morning, it looks like age 70. Then after some time, she spent from 9 o'clock first bathroom. She spent 2 hours in bathroom. So there's only one bathroom, so then I have to go. We have to pass through her museum in the bathroom. All the things spread, all the things. I say you have to go through her museum, all the museum to fix her body, to paint everything. So the bathroom is other side. So you have to go through that. So anyway, then 11 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Then she comes for teachings. Then she comes up. That time, then she becomes like 20 years old. Maybe 25 years old. The huge differences between that early morning that you see her, and then before lunch. So then spend 1 or 2 hours. Usually we hear her stories. Not so much going over text. Mostly her stories we hear. So we listen. Then sometimes questions and that. About that. Then about lunchtime. So she goes to check the lunch. Then comes with the Indian word pakara, this thin one. This pakara, papara. She comes from the kitchen. She went to check the lunch. Comes with the pakara in the mouth. Crap like this. Then spend a bit of time then for lunchtime. Then after lunch, then there was Lama's time to learning English. There was one man, Clive. His name's Clive from England. He lived there for a long time. So he taught English to Lama. I think he's a school teacher. I think. Darjeeling usually is very foggy, very cold, foggy, always raining, much of the time. So Lama studied English, and Lama has shoes from Baksa. This, the thick black rubber. What do you call it? Huh? Rubber ties, yeah. From Baksa, you see, all the monks they wear. Maybe not the Inca Lamas or some, but most they wear. This huge black the tire, black rubber tire. Huge. It can last for many lifetimes. Quite a little bit heavy, very strong. So this is most monks they wear. There's no money to buy shoes. Most monks and wear just that. So wearing this, then it was raining. Then with the umbrella. Then was a walk. How many miles from there to between Gum and Darjeeling? There's one place where there are two Christian ladies. Their body is already like this, very old, already like this, but they still learn Tibetan language. To spread Christianity to Tibetan people. So even their body like this, and very old, but still learn Tibetan. To spread Christianity for the Tibetan people. You see, to spread. So can you imagine what a strong will. Anyway, so learn English. Then also astrology from one Sherpa man. It's called quite known person, Sherpa Ngawang. So he's very expert in the astrology, the grammars, all this. This is where Pavonka, the author of the liberation, Pavonka Dejingpo, the next incarnation who became Geshe Lama. So he studied Tibetan grammar, those portraits from this Sherpa. He's quite well known. So Lama went to learn English, also study astrology, Tibetan astrology. So during those 9 months, studied very hard. So there's no car going on, no bus, just go in the rain, walk. And so at the end, the Lama said, now he can make calendar. this whole year, all the details about the astrology. Yeah, so that so then we went back to. She went for Sri Lanka. Went back to Pakistan. So they. So for 1 year, then she went there to live. Then the idea is to start Mahana Center in Sri Lanka. So when we went to receive her in Calcutta, then from there Delhi, then to Dharamsala, and then I think. Remember, that is the time that she took ordination. That time or after, I'm not sure, I don't remember. Maybe that time, I'm not sure. So we went to see as soon as to get advice to go to Sri Lanka. So as soon as get presents, they made it filled. One made it filled. I think there was some. There was first time. That was first time receiving that I received interview. Now, able to meet as soon as in the room where as soon as get meet people. Meditation is before, but it's outside of. When I was at school at Dalhousie for 6 months, Dalhousie is quite close to Dharamsala. At that time, with the young lamas from that school, and who was the second among the Western, among the Western, who took ordination on Tibetan lineage. I think Pritipati is the second one. First one is as the Sister Vajra, I mentioned. Here I mentioned one, I think might be mentioned here, I think. One mentioned, I remember. So I think she was the first one. Then Pritipati she's the second, she was the second person who took Tibetan lineage, you see, ordination. So, at the end of the I think she brought the young lamas there from the fourth edition, brought Dharamsala to meet, to receive blessing from us, and bring our art, the drawings we did, and offer. They were show us, so it's met us outside. Then herself, another one, Kapi Lama, who lives in England, went inside to practice. Goodness. But going to Sri Lanka didn't happen. There was a bad relationship, not good relationship between Russia and India, sort of. And also they expected Zina as a spy of Russia. So she's not a spy, but the way she behaved, it's very easy to, I think because that time didn't have good connection, so I think do that. So they believe there are 4, 5, 6 maybe spies there. Always traveling, always following. That. So it didn't happen. So it didn't happen to go to Sri Lanka. So then, I think the Indian government didn't give visa or something. So there was a Lama's idea to go to Nepal, because I think I was born there, Sulukhumbu. So Lama thought, for meanwhile, to go there. Then that's how everything started. The Kaplan monastery, then you see Lauto, the very original monks, Kaplan, started from Lauto, from Sulukhumbu. Lama was building the Kaplan monastery, I was building the monastery. At the same time, Sulukhumbu, what happened. So from that, everything started up to now. So anyway, here Zina, what I'd like to, by mentioning the story coming to this point, what I'd like to mention is that Lama sent her, I think after the first course, when I started the second course, she was there. She came just one afternoon. Then Lama sent to Sulukhumbu at the Tushi Rinpoche's monastery, Jimbesi, to do long retreat. So she did Yamantara. She did Yamantara retreat, I think. Yamantara retreat. And then Lama gave a huge number of commitment mantras to do. I think gave some teaching before she left. So, Tushi monastery is monks and nuns. So I think one nun took care of her, was a little bit English. So then, in the summer, I spent one whole summer at Laudo building the monastery. I think that's probably the longest time that maybe I spent. So whole summer. So at that time, time to time she sent letter, because there was no translator there to receive teaching from Tushi Rinpoche. So she sent me letter time to time. So the last letter, so she did Vajrayogini retreat, and since she had incredible experiences, many pages later she sent, but I could not understand, some part. So her last letter, I think her last letter, when Lama and Master were going to Dushita, so there was a letter from her, but there's no signature. So that was her last letter. So I didn't get to go down to meet her to help through the summertime. Usually she makes paintings of Vajrayogini. That's what she does. So anyway, she had some stomach pain, something, but before she passed away, I think she passed away in the she knew she was going. She knew she was going to pass away, and I think the daughter was there. So I think she mentioned, "I'm going to die. Now I'm going to die." So I think the daughter was there. So the daughter must have cried. I think asking the mother to not die. I think there was the daughter was there with her. So anyway, then I think she started to chant mantra or something like that. So seems very good sign when her body was cremated and sitting up. There was the monk said that was a very good sign. Weather and everything, when her body was cremated. So Trishri Rinpoche Rinpoche said she's in the pure land. I think Vajrayogini pure land. Then later I checked in South India that there's one very high Lama from Satame, Thajab Rinpoche. He is highly praised. He is highly praised by his son Song Rinpoche. Usually his son Song Rinpoche do not easy to praise Rinpoche. Usually Rinpoche is scolded for how this person make mistakes and this and that. Even some high lamas, Rinpoche would say there's no dharma. Even some very high lamas, but known, who is very much known. Rinpoche would say there's no dharma. Rinpoche would say in the public teachings. Public. One time Rinpoche, I think, mentioned bodhicitta during the teachings, the post-Lama the one very high Satya Lama. So not easy to accept somebody know Dharma. We say, well, not easy to accept. So Rinpoche usually had praise this Lama. So this Lama is an incarnation of Bodhawa, Kadamba Geshe Bodhawa. All his style, how he live, how he behave, everything, great bodhisattva. So I went to see him. I went to see him, I think maybe 1 or 2 times, to make some connection, to receive some teachings. But unfortunately, the received teachings on the 8 verses, thought transformation, to make some connection. But Rinpoche is old age aspect. So the small letters, that or the some, I think, thought transformation text, maybe they handled the collections of thought transformation text. Anyway, it needed a bigger text, so I didn't find the Setsu College. That time, Setsu College didn't have a library where only the text or the debate, the author of the Setsu College, the philosophical text, this debating text, that didn't have collections of great lamas teachings like that. See, didn't have that time. Somebody who's great bodhisattva, this is Lama Rinpoche. If there's spiders or any insects in the room, he never bothered them. Spiders were staying in the room. They should let him. The servant wants to clean. The servants want to take out clean, but he never. He never want to disturb them. Just keep it there. Let him stay there. So that. So anyway, so I asked Thakur Rinpoche where Jina. Even though I heard already, that Rinpoche said Pure Land, but I asked him again. So Rinpoche said. Rinpoche said in Pure Land. He did an observation. They said she's in Pure Land. So two lamas, proved that. So then I asked one the old lady I think I mentioned, maybe I mentioned here, who I think maybe I mentioned, the one who lived in England, one old mother who was a member from the Buddhist Society in London. She's a member of that. She was 80 years old, 80 or 90. So she passed away. We never met each other, but she took care of me like her son for 7 years when I was at TV. And I think milk and medicines all came from, she sent money to school, and then I get the milk and medicine from the school. Also at Pakistan. But never met her. So she passed away. So I asked this Lama why she's blank. The Lama said, now at the moment she's very good. She's in a good realm, but doesn't last. But after that, seems a possibility to reincarnate in the Lord. So that now it's a very good, Lama said. So that's the end of the story. So that's the end of the story. But it went round. So what I was saying before, what was I saying before? Lama Konchog. Yes, so it went very far from Lama Konchog. Lama Konchog. So anyway, the recent relic is the Geshe Lama Konchog. As you guess, you may have seen all those pictures. Unimaginable. All kinds of various shapes, various colors. So many coming. I wasn't there, but I saw the video. It is normally it is known that that he the way he talked, Lamrim, the emptiness and so forth. That he has a realization. Normally when he talks, when he expresses or the meditation, being near, normally, the Lamdrim realization, see, things, say, and because of that, whatever he does, pujas, prayers, whatever he does, has great effect, power. When he was on the mountain, many people who become crazy, possessed by spirits, were able to heal them, liberate them from spirit harms. That there are many other lamas there, but they could not help. And then at the last, they come to Geshe Lama Konchog. So say, with the power of his, those experiences, so this is thing that all his teachings were very dynamic, very effective, from his own experience with that. And there's so many different things, various way of healing, various way of healing methods, and and also able to help. If you want to check astrologically something, person who passed or whatever, the marriage or all these different things astrologically you want to check, bad and good, all the stars, all the different things. Also familiarity. So many who also know many things, not just Lamdrim, they say experience, but knew so many other things that can help. So many ways can help other people who have problems. So taught their religious dance to the monastery, couple of monasteries I've been doing for the last few years. So he taught everything, and met all the Christians, everything. He guided. And so, also, by going for giving teachings in Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, then also helped a couple. He was also a benefactor in building the couple monastery. That so many ways, not only giving teaching initiation to Western students, as well as great support for the nuns, teaching and guidance and building the nunnery. So really, even though quite a number of years, lived upon, but didn't have knowledge that's great, yogi, somebody, who has very high attainment. He doesn't talk. It doesn't go deep. You see, they tell stories. It's all he tells stories, but just as more common things. So the five different color relic happened. So then it's very unusual that normally you don't hear or you don't see. So, well, the head of the Nyingmaba Lama called Rinpoche, who lives South India, it happened he was giving teaching at Bauda in one of the the Kagyu monastery near Stupa. So he heard about the relics. So he told to his two students during the teaching that this that this is sign. What the having power to call relic, that means having achieved achieved five wisdom, Buddha's five wisdom. So this is mirror-like wisdom, or the wisdom of accomplishment, and the wisdom, the sphere of the existence, Dhammatatu, and so he mentioned during the teaching to public. So this is a sign of that. So anyway, so he told us from that he did 2,000 units. So counting all the units that he did in his life, counting everything, I think it was 2,000. I said that, and then did retreat even after he left from Tibet, and he lived in Sum, this very remote area, close border of Tibet, very close. So there are Milarepas caves. So Sum is a place where Sundu is from. So his family, his brother Lama Zopa, his family seems very strong connection with the Geshe Lama Konchog, their benefactor or whatever. Seems very strong connection. So anyway, so did retreat Milarepas caves, many hermitages they have there. So what really impressed me for myself was not so much not really. I mean, these relics, of course, they're very precious because you see, so many lifetimes you practice, living morality, collected merit, and developed mind. You see, naturally, from life to life, you see. Higher and higher like this. So after attaining those, the completion part, on the basis of the completion path, Guru devotion, and the two stages of Tantra, so achieving those very high, the completion path, you see, the clear light, illusory bodies. It is said in the text that those who achieve clear light realization, then you see the relics come from the holy body. That's mentioned one source like that. So however, from so many lifetimes practiced and developed mind, you see, collected merit. So this is so having achieved very high path. So this is a result from that. So you can see how it is so precious. Production is a production from the realizations. The very high path. You see that. Then of course, when you think of all that path, of course, then you get faith in the relic. So precious, the production of the realization of the person. But what impressed me, what impressed me most was not for the relic, but when I heard the story that he was in one hermitage, there's a, I think, sort of cable. So there's no door window. The pile up is in the front of the pile up rocks like that. So he lived there for I don't know how many years. So one day from village, the sheep people who are looking after animals, they come up. So they saw somebody there, with long hair, So the hair became very long. So just meditating. So got frightened that they didn't expect that there was somebody living there. They got frightened. So then they threw stone to the cave, to the hermitage. They threw stones. Then I think Geshe Lama Konchog left from there, and I think 2 years lived under one tree, without a house. Did meditation, and under one tree. After that, 2 years, did his practice without home, without without as a house, or as a cave or anything. So that's what impressed me most than the relic. Of course, after that much hardship in a practice Dharma, of course, there was relic for sure. But that hardship, that he say, did he say, voluntarily? Of course, he can go in the village, to the people's house, of course. Or even ask the people to build. Can ask many villagers, people are sure they give donations. However, spent 2 years without any house and the tree and the practice. So this is what made me most. What impressed me most was the bringing hardships to practice Dharma. So so anyway, so Lama Zopa taught the reason why Geshe Lama Konchog left so much relic. He thought that maybe to support material project, because Geshe Lama Konchog was very worried. You see, nothing. The work has been done for many years. So, I think so far $80 million, spent. Work has been done for work. Progression has been. Work has been done for many, many years. So many research and so many things. Even though there's nothing built there on the land, but the work has been done. You see, for a long time. You see. So he always used to tell me he's worried because he takes it. Because he, even though he wasn't asked to do something, but because because of our connection, so he feel responsible. He feel like on like I say, he feels responsible. So he's worried. Always he expresses worry about the project. So it seems also he expressed to Golden Light Sutra also, that I think he wanted to see the material project, starts being built. So that he didn't get done some service or something for the material project. It seems he expressed some kind of sad or some disappointment. So they were thought, this relics. Purposely he did this for to help with the project. So then that anyway. So to finish up the story, to finish up this story. So when I went to Brazil, this this lady gave this book. A story close one of the I think main student of Dathang Tulku, who built the prayer wheels in the United States. So he wrote this book about that, about the work that they did. You see. He's quite. Something unimaginable. Lama something. We met him at Darjeeling just one afternoon. Already he was late that time. He became lay already at that time. It seems he gave teachings in the United States earlier times. Gave quite a bit of teachings. Not exactly Tumbar Rinpoche, but a little bit like that. But in the earlier times, seems quite a bit of teachings given. But it seems that then seems you never hear giving teaching. Quite unimaginable as Lama that who engages in the unimaginable merits all the time. So in the United States, the one area I don't know which. Maybe in California, one area. Nothing around for there's an empty mountain, just nothing around. So somewhere there, one spot, and he has built a copper temple, a temple made of copper, and a piece of gold, flat piece of gold stupa, pieces of gold. Flat stupa, maybe 2-3 stories stupa. And on these pieces, not empty, it's all mantra. Nothing's wasted. Even these pieces, it's a mantra. Unbelievable. He made all this incredible design for the whole temple. And then the water, water, see, all square. Like a little bit of Taj Mahal, India, Taj Mahal, water like this. Quite a number of stupas. Huge temple, so amazing. Just there, where there's nothing, empty. See, suddenly that. So it wasn't open to public. Very special. I don't know what it is. Not open to public, but only recently. Or open public, but open public only certain times in a year. I think. So anyway, so one time I went, one student from Bajapani called Steve, he was monk before, in the old times with a lot of, so many sanghas, he was monk. So he takes this small flight that goes around to take picture of buildings, things. That's his job. So, so one later I went down, him and myself, and I took a scarf. So from the airplane to offer a scarf on the stupa, that was the idea. But because of course I went late, so it became dark down there. So you can see, down there from this clouds, you see, but didn't happen to drop the stupa. I didn't happen to drop the scarf, to offer the scarf to the stupa. So this lady went there somehow. She spent, I don't know how many years. She spent at least 1 year, and she rolled many things. Rolled mantra. So there are quite a number of students who do work very hard, rolling mantra, for prayer wheels, stupas and so forth. But they never see him. The very interesting thing is they never see. This lady never saw Tatang Truku, even though she did work for 1 year there, rolling mantras, did hard work, but never saw him. So anyway, this main student, he wrote book about the work, making travel. So in the book I opened, I didn't read the whole thing, but I saw the other section which is, he said, after the prayer wheel was built on the land, then the whole place became so peaceful. Became so peaceful. That student who's the head of the, one of the head of the Tatang Truku's, doing the work, he expressed that. So when I saw that, then it's complete proof what I thought at Chenrezig Institute. Near the end, you see, after some time, I thought, before there was no prayer, now there's prayer, must be this. So it's completely proved what I thought, and there's also this, these people, this student, what he felt after having built prayer wheel there on the land. See. As it has a benefit, mind-blowing benefit that having built prayer wheel on the land, then all the sentient beings living in the area on the ground, so they need to come get purified. They receive blessing. They need to come and get purified. They get higher birth. So bless the ground, you see. Then benefits all those sentient beings. Then similar, the prayer will in Solukumbus, Namchapasal, there's I think maybe three prayer wheels. I think maybe three or something. The water prayer wheel. So the water stream, see, come this, then put, say, tree. You cut the tree half, then make hollow, then the water runs down. So prayer wheel is upstairs, but the inside is a live tree. The what goes inside the prayer wheel. So the bottom part is downstairs. So that has this what's called name? That has this wheel. So no wheel, no. Paddle. So the water that comes down, it hits to the paddle. What's that? Paddle. Huh? So, so the water comes down, it hits, and then it makes a turn. So then the prayer will upstairs, then it turns, you see. So the water doesn't touch the prayer wheel, but touch the live tree. You see what comes through the prayer wheel down there. So it touched to that. So that's part of the prayer wheel. See, it touched to that. So then all the water get blessed, and all the sentient beings who are living in the water, who drink that water, all where the water goes, all the sentient beings, then they come and get purified and they get higher birth. So who drink, you see, people and all the insects living in that water, the animals who drink the water. So when the prayer will end, the fire, the prayer will that. So the monastery down below, one old monk, he was a lay person. They were already old when they came from Tibet, escaped from Tibet. Then his wife became a nun, and they were already quite old. She became nun, he became monk. And he became this monastery down below the Kilugo monastery, this great Lama, this great holy king, who is said by Geshe Rinpoche that incarnation of one of the Kadamba Geshe. So it is monastery. So they become, they live there. So this old man, who became monk, so he did 100 yunne. He did in Laudo, in the cave. Also at the same time, he was caretaker of the cave, and then also he did 100 yunne. So. What's this? What was that? I've forgotten. What's the? Oh yeah. So that's it. So he met. He already passed away. So he met a wind prayer on the roof of the temple, the monastery, all lined up on the top of this. What's it called? The wind hit, then it turns. So it turns the prayer. What I say? So met on the roof, lined like that. So wind prayer. So, yeah. The prayer will inspiration came from Geshe Lama Konchog. How I got interested in prayer will come from Geshe Lama Konchog. he told me that there's a text that has incredible benefits about travel. He mentioned that. He mentioned a few of the benefits. He said very highly, very, very important. He talks about the travel, the benefits. So I didn't see this text. I didn't see the text for a long time. So I asked Geshe Lama Konchog, but they didn't see the text, talking about the benefits. So so in the past, in Solo Kumbus, when I was there, so many old people, they carry prayer wheel when they're traveling. And when they travel, they go with prayer wheel and chant constantly recite mantra, which is unbelievable fortunate. Each time you recite, it plants seed of enlightenment, and you're guided. Incredible purification. You're guided by Chenrezig in all the lifetimes. So it's so fortunate those old people. Even they have any intellectual understanding, any intellect to the meaning of Dharma, understanding meaning of Dharma. Even they have no intellect at all, but unbelievable faith, devotion, and they always make their life meaningful, even while they're traveling, walking, by chanting mantra and turning power. So they are so fortunate. This great devotion they have makes their life, everyday life like gold, from iron into gold. They collect so much constant, incredible, unbelievable purification. So anyway, so I used to think, my mother turns prayer all the time. So that time I used to think, how does it become Dharma? You turn the prayer, you turn like this, how does it become Dharma? So I used to think like that. I didn't have understanding. So didn't understanding. So there's no particular faith, turn the prayer wheel. So then one day the louder text, the cave is very humid. There's so much humid, wet. So much humid. So the text they had to dry outside again. So I used to dry time to time. So there's one old text called Manikambum. That's the 100,000 teachings of money. Not money, not money or money. So so I saw 2-3 lines there talking about the prayer wheel. This is Songtsen Gampo, who was embodiment of Chenrezig, the Dharma King of Tibet. Songtsen Gampo. It's beginning it talks about the evolution of the world, then about Buddha, the main subject, how Chenrezig happened, connection to Tibetan people, how Chenrezig happened in Tibet and all that. And then talks about benefits of Mani Padme Hum. So much of the text is with the mantra, with the Mani Padme Hum, how you can do so many various types of, or various sickness, how you can heal, and many other difficulties that other sentient being have, how you can, you see, to help to stop. So, so there's two lines. So I think the Narjuna Narjuna was told by Chenrezig that being part I don't remember exactly. However, there's a prayer wheel in Naga in a Naga that I think Chinese, from not that particular text, but from others, advised Narjuna to go there and get this, which is incredible, unbelievable benefit to sentient beings, incredible purification. So, and then from Narjuna, then I think from there, Landfest or something, then to Pamasambhava. Pamasambhava then spread in Tibet. In there, something like that. So. Then there he talks about when you're turning the prayer wheel, then visualize the 5 different color beams emit from the mantra, then purified the sentient being, 6 sentient being there. Yes, I think it said that 5 the delusions of sentient being. So, and then achieved 5 wisdom within him from that to visualize like this. So by seeing this, then I got faith in the practice of prayer, because there's a lineage mentioned and then how to meditate and shit. So that then so Geshe Lama Konchog mentioned that is the incredible benefit it has. So when he came back from Australia, he told me that Geshe Rinpoche has this text. So when I came to, so I kept in mind, as soon as I arrived in Australia, first thing to ask Geshe Rinpoche to borrow this text. So I came in Sydney. So I was staying at Moon's house here. I did retreat, stayed 2 times at the Moon's house in Sydney. It's like a hermitage house. Even though in the city, but at the house you don't hear anything. So it's like a hermitage. So then I called Geshe Rinpoche and then asked him. So he's a good-hearted Lama. So he immediately borrowed the text. So I read, and then put on the head, and said I will spread this practice all over the world. So then from there, then from there, the practice of prayer will, start. So the first one was Kapan Nunnery prayer wheel. That was, I think, that's the first one. I said I want to build this first before the nunnery, and anyway, so that's the first. Then after that, happened so many. After the benefit is known, then also some asked to build, and then some by the students, built by knowing the benefits and by hearing the benefits of that. So then happened. When I was upon the quite a number of years ago, there was one couple from the United States. One who wrote a book on the benefits of prayer was put together. So I came from Bauda. They had one small prayer will they bought. So I told some benefits of it. Then they were so inspired. They went back to United States. They've been living in Washington. So then they met prayer will. Then they met, at the beginning they offered so many people. I think very simple, 2 pieces of wood. Then four pillars. Then you put some sheet around. Not very some but here there's a microfiche, so there's a many number. So they give at the beginning they give they give free, they give many people, so they give me one. So my one I offered to a Nepalese king. When I went to see Nepalese king, brought a few things, carpet and a few things. So the king asked me, "Do I need to keep this?" He said. I said yes. Then I explained, but there's so many benefits to explain. But there's no, so near the end, so I remember this to tell him this. If you have the prayer will if you have the prayer will, if you have the prayer will when you die, if you have the prayer will next to your head, you see. Then your conscience able to transfer in the Pure Land. So I told the king, and when I mentioned about death, then I felt king was quite far, quite distant, even though physically he was staying there, but I felt he went quite far. So another king, the whole king family were killed. So. Okay, that's about the relic. Oh, already gone. Time's always gone. Yeah. So we took the maybe you have to go to.
If you need to go to the bathroom, just a short pee-pee break.